השתנה הלילה זה מכל הלילות, מכל הלילות, שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים חמץ ומצה.
Wow! Pesach night. From all the awesome nights that we have in the Jewish calendar, perhaps the most epic of all of them is the night of the Seder. Seders are often multi-generational, grandparents, grandchildren, children. Traditions passed down from one generation to the next generation. But the most important message that has to be given over at the Seder is the story of the Exodus. We sit there and we tell the children that there was an evil Pharaoh and he took the Jewish people and he enslaved them. And Hashem came and he gave a message to Pharaoh and said, "You are messing with my children. You must let them go or there will be grave consequences." Of course, we know the story. Pharaoh said, "No, no, no.
No, 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 I will not let them go. No, 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 I will not let them go."
And there were grave consequences. How do we give over this message, Pesach night? Parents should not be intimidated. They shouldn't say, "I'm not a teacher, I'm not an educator. How am I going to give over these messages?" Because parents give over messages all the time. Parents are natural storytellers. Perhaps they read bedtime stories. They tell stories at the supper table. You want to know what happened in my day today? You want to know what happened at work today? It's the same thing. We tell over stories all the time. The trick is we need to come to the Seder prepared. How do we come to the Seder prepared? We know what the Pesach story is. What is the story of the Exodus? And when we prepare beforehand and we know what the story is that we're going to say over, we do a much better job. The truth is, the best way to do it is if you get a book that was written for children so that it's on the level of the children, then you know that they're probably in that book giving over the type of messages that you want. I'm not trying to make any commercials here, but just as an example, the one that I use in school, it's called The Parsha with Rabbi Juravel. Rabbi Juravel is an educator for many years, and he knows what works. And if you read the first three Parshas in Shmos, Va'era, and Bo, where it goes through the details of how we became slaves, what happened during the plagues, how we left Egypt, you get all the details that you want. Another wonderful children's book is called The Little Medrash Says. If you want a book that's more appropriate for adults, but has really well written and all the details, there's a book by a Rabbi Deutsch called Let My People Go. If a person puts in the time and the effort before Pesach to read through the chapters which discuss these parts of the story, review it again maybe right before the Seder, so then you come in and you're ready, you're prepared. The truth is, this is really the mitzvah of the Seder. Of course, we have mitzvahs to eat, mitzvahs to say Hallel during the Seder, mitzvahs to drink 4 cups of wine, but the main mitzvah as far as talking goes is telling over the story. And when we tell over the story, it should really be for the lowest common denominator. What do I mean? If you have 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and 6-year-olds at the Seder, you can concentrate on the 6-year-old. You could tell the story. The older people that are around the table can contribute, but they shouldn't feel in any way like they're not fulfilling the mitzvah properly. They're not having a deep intellectual discussion about what bondage means and what freedom means. And really the mitzvah is l'saper b'yetzias Mitzrayim. Tell the story of the Exodus. If the level that we're talking about is for 6-year-olds, so beautiful. That's what we do. And it says in the Haggadah, a person should feel like they themselves were there. Pesach night, we're there, we're in Egypt. Moshe's there, he's coming, he's leading us out of Egypt. And we feel that, we relive it at the Seder. That's something that you could do even if you're 50 and everyone gets a chance to participate in the story. Go around the table, give other people a turn. If the child says, yeah, I know this already, I learned it in school, So say, please, I don't have to be the one to do all the talking. You do a little bit of the talking. You tell me what happens next. Then I'll ask your sibling to say something. Then I'll tell you the part that I read about that I want to add, which maybe you didn't learn, or maybe you learned and you forgot. And everyone gets a chance to contribute. And this is what gets transmitted from generation to generation. Originally, the Jewish people were there. They witnessed it. They told their children, and they told their children. And this has been going on for thousands of years until it came to us. And now we continue that tradition, and we transmit it Pesach night to the next generation. So Pesach night, it's an awesome night. It's a night that we sit there and we give over this message. Let's take advantage of it, put in the proper preparation so that we come to the Seder prepared and we have a nice, beautiful Seder, passing it on to yet the next generation so that one day they'll pass it on to the generation that follows them. Have a happy and kosher Pesach.
Yeah.
Perfect.